You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
We are live from Briner Sport Complex. It's the Battle of the Cardinals today. Ball State hosting number 12 Louisville. Good afternoon, folks. I'm Roen, Elbert, joined by Isaiah Rosner. And what a beautiful day for field hockey, Isaiah.
Oh, it absolutely is. Got some nice cloud cover, so it's not as hot as it has been. Maybe a little bit steamy up here in the press box, but should be a nice day for field hockey today.
Hey, I'll take it, man. I mean, the last week has been brutal. Glad we got some cloud cover on this beautiful Sunday. And for Ball State, let's jump right into it. Coming off a 1-0 heartbreaker to Kent State in the conference opener. But you have to remember, that was just 2 days ago. You have to turn the page very quickly. They've only won one game this season. What's the key to bouncing back today against a very tough opponent in Louisville?
It could be tough to come back from that one in such a short turnaround, as you mentioned, but I feel like the team just really got tired in that one, and that could be a factor today as this game is so close behind the last one. So when I say they got tired, the only goal scored was in that second period by Kent State, but then in the fourth, 7 of Ball State's 9 saves by Hannah Johnston were made in that fourth period. And I think playing some more players, playing some of your deeper subs, some younger players who haven't gotten the chance to show what they can do yet for Ball State could give them a chance to show what they can do, as well as give some rest to the more regular players for this Ball State team.
Yeah, and so far on the season, Ball State and Louisville, they do have a common opponent in Stanford. Ball State lost 3 weeks ago today to Stanford 5-0. But for Louisville, on the other hand, they shut out Stanford on Friday in the ACC opener 2-0. But for Louisville right now on the season, a 4-3 record, and they're ranked 12th in the country. But all 3 losses have come against ranked opponents. But with that record being 4-3, why do you think they're ranked so high?
Well, Roen, not only did they come against ranked opponents, they came against really solidly ranked opponents. I mean, number 4 in the country, Maryland. Number 1, the top team in the country, Northwestern. Hard to fault them too much for those losses. They did lose against number 15, Princeton, which is easily their worst loss on the season. But that being your worst is pretty impressive. Their wins as well are really solid. You've got Pennsylvania, you've got Cornell, you've got Stanford, all of those very tough field hockey programs. So the number 12 ranking for Louisville is definitely deserving, and they should be a formidable opponents for this Cardinals squad.
And it also goes hand in hand with the fact that they had such high expectations in the preseason. They were ranked 7th in the preseason poll, which is astonishing. I mean, they did have a pretty solid tournament run last year. They were eliminated by Northwestern in the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament. But let's move into some players that you have your eye on today. Who are some key players in this star-studded matchup?
Well, Louisville Cardinals, we'll start with them. Emily Eaton on the defensive side. She's played the most minutes of any player on this team, 364 minutes for the 5'5" freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and also played for the under-18 USA field hockey team not too long ago. So she has shown she's a really, really good defender. It's hard to know, there's not as many stats maybe in terms of defense on field hockey, but she is just one of the best defenders on this team and really in the United States. On the offensive side, I'm going to go with Izzy Bianco. Now, not the top goal scorer, that's Riley Woolerton with 3, but Bianco, 2 assists, one of 2 players with multiple assists, but also the top shooter on the team, 16 shots on the season. Now, shooting doesn't necessarily mean you're a good player, 5 of those shots being on goal, but it does show that she really can create opportunities with her shots and with her assists. She's played a lot of minutes this season, and she had her goal just last game in their win over Stanford.
Yeah, first goal of the season for her. She's getting hot at the perfect time for Louisville. And now the question we're all asking right now, Ball State definitely an underdog in this matchup. What's it going to take for them to pull off one of the best upsets that they've ever pulled off, as the last win they've had against Louisville was all the way back in 2004. What's it going to take for Ball State to pull off an upset today against Louisville?
Well, player-wise, I'm looking at Jessica Rowe's shot as well as Emma Van Hall, the leading goal scorer. But in terms of strategy, I really think people are going to look at the defense, but I think it starts with the midfield. You can't make your defense have to go after shot. You can't make them defend constant shots, constant attacking opportunities. The midfield really needs to possess the ball and get it forward for your attackers for Ball State.
Absolutely. And just overall for this matchup, we saw what happened the last time Ball State took on an ACC opponent. What are your expectations against Louisville today?
well, there aren't any high expectations, I think, for Ball State, but I really think what does matter is the midfield. I think they need to show that they can control some possession. They can't let Louisville just shoot on them the entire game. And I mean, Louisville's good. There are going to be moments. It's going to be difficult. But at the same time, you have to hold your own. You have to show that you can control the ball in the midfield, that you can push it forward and at least have some attacking opportunities and not just let Louisville have all the opportunities in this game.
Absolutely. And that's going to take us into a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups with you. Max Gillie will be taking us the rest of the way. I'm Roen Elbert, and enjoy the game today, folks.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Pay-Per-Go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
To the Briner Sports Complex here in Muncie, Indiana. It's the battle of the Cardinals between the University of Louisville and Ball State University. Of course, my name is Maxwell Gillie. That was Roen, but you heard it in the pregame show, and Isaiah is still with us here. And it's a beautiful day, of course, for field hockey, and the big storyline that everyone's talking about is this would be one of the biggest upsets Ball State could have for the first time in 20 years to beat the Louisville Cardinals.
It certainly would, and what a time this would be to do it if you're Ball State. I mean, they've started 1-4, not a great start to the season, lost to Indiana, lost at Kent State, and they had that overtime win against St. Louis, but overall, just hasn't been the greatest start to a season for them. But I think they've shown that they have some solid defenders out there. They could maybe at least prolong this game, and who knows, maybe get a goal in there and pull off the upset.
So each of these teams, the starters, will start first with the visitors in their all red uniforms with white numbers. The Louisville Cardinals under head coach Justin Sowery in her 14th season. Emily Young is the goalkeeper. Emily Eaton, Tatum Kroon, and Chloe Kazupi are your defenders. Midfielders are Megan Mozzie, Mia Duchars, Amy Plum, and Izzy Bianco. And then Chloe Plum, Lauren Masters, and Riley Woolerton, who has 3 goals on the year, are your 3 forwards. Meanwhile, for the Ball State Cardinals, it's Hannah Johnston, the graduate goalkeeper, in the cage once again. Cardinals in their white uniforms, black numbers, red trim. Lauren Lewis, Jessica Rochot, Nadia Brydell, your defenders. Reagan Kunkel, Maya Gwynn, Emma Hilton, Emma Van Hall, your midfielders. Grace Clockey, Paloma Gomez Renjifo, and Rachel Boone, your forwards. Louisville starts this thing off from right to left, and here we go from Muncie, Indiana, for some field hockey action between the ACC and the MAC. As already a big lift there by Amy Plum, and quickly stolen away this by Lauren Lewis on the Ball State side. So already back and forth action so far, as we see, of course, for the Ball State Cardinals, that was Emma Hilton wearing number 1 today. A little different than we've seen her all year long. Gets it tipped out of bounds. And already just both of these teams putting a whole lot of effort in, as we are just a minute into this first quarter here.
Already saw the first penalty called against Ball State there. Louisville controlling early, but plenty of time here for Ball State to get some possession.
And Eaton finds Mozzie on the far side. And, of course, that middle defender, Tatum Kroon. And really both of these teams having about a 3-4-3 formation, so 3 in the back, 4 in the middle, and then 3 up front. And already it's been about a 50-50 game so far, as we just have hit the 90-second mark early in this one. But, again, 4 periods here. You never quite know what you're going to get to see here. As across the midfield, that was the number 22 for the Louisville Cardinals of Kazupi. Kazupi gets it stolen away now by Ball State. Kunkel across the timeline is going to find it to Van Hall. Van Hall, she's on the near side now. Dribbling. Van Hall has been the one who has been all of the scoring so far. 3 goals for Ball State this year, and there's quickly stopping the action for a free hit there for Louisville, but that was a great performance early on for Emma Van Hall.
Well, and good steal by Bond, the first solid defensive play for Ball State, and I thought they were going to get it here, but now a breakaway for Louisville.
Riley Woolerton. Woolerton in the shooting circle, 2-on-1, and it'll be stopped there. And this is going to be our first penalty corner we have seen there.
Yeah, tough start for Ball State. They had some good things, got some possession quickly, but couldn't maintain it, and now we're going to see the first big opportunity for Louisville.
So Woolerton was bringing it in, and Ball State gets a stick on it. They call the penalty corner, and again, for those who may be tuning into field hockey for the first time, clock stops at 12:41 left in this first period. There will be 4 Cardinals and the goalie Johnston in the cage. Meanwhile, all of the offensive players for Louisville going to look to hit it in. And Louisville going to try and get this thing started. Here we go. Fight in the middle. There was the shot. That was Amy Plum. It goes outside. And Hannah Johnston gets the save. Amy Plum was the one who tried to get the shot up and in for Louisville. And that Ball State defense from the graduate goalkeeper saves the day. Louisville back on the attack now. Still trying to see who can get their hand on it. It was Bianca who tried to get a shot, and once again, there's a quick stoppage for another penalty corner.
Yeah, tough start for Ball State. Already 2 penalty corners in this one, and again, just hitting it. Yeah, an illegal hit with the stick on that one, and so Ball State really are gonna have to clean up their play in their own box on defense if they want to have a chance in this game.
So starting it out for Louisville, it is Chloe Plum, the sophomore. Of course, the Plum sisters, 2 of the 11 starters for Louisville. Plum hits it in. There's the shot. That was Izzy Bianco. And goal, Louisville, Izzy Bianco. How about that? With 12:02 left in the first, Izzy Bianco draws first blood for the Louisville Cardinals.
Yeah, really tough one there for Ball State. But a great job by Bianco. Found an opening, hit that bottom left corner, and not really a chance for Johnston.
That'll be the second goal of the year for Berlin, New Jersey's own Izzy Bianco. We're back in the action now for Ball State. That's Maya Gwynn on the outside. Stolen away by Louisville now. They're on the far side. Fight in the middle. That was Lauren Masters who tried to get a hand on it. And it's going to get tipped out by Masters. Back to Ball State now. So Lauren Lewis starting this thing off for the Ball State defense. Off the restart. Far side now towards both benches. Getting Louisville up 1-0 with 11:16 to go here in this first period. Across the field now, back to that Louisville back line. There is Emily Eaton on the defense, who's able to cross it across midfield now. Louisville on the attack. That's Duchars. As we see two Ball State Cardinals who had to fight for it. Ball State gets a save. Paloma Gomez Renjifo has it now as we're going the other way, Isaiah.
Yeah, good job by Renjifo and other midfielders to get a break here. And now there's going to be a penalty called on Ball State. But overall, good job to alleviate the pressure at least for a little bit.
And again, the big thing we've seen already, Louisville has been owning the possession so far as we are just about 5 minutes into this one. The Louisville Cardinals up 1-0 against the Ball State Cardinals. Far side. That was Revy. And
that one went out of play. It's a long corner for Louisville.
Getting it back in the action now. Lots of fighting between Ball State and Louisville in the shooting circle. It gets taken out far side. That was the stop there by Bridell. We're back with Louisville, though. 2-on-1 action against Emily Eaton. And you hear the whistle gets this quick stoppage. As it looked like once again it was tipped off. As we see some of our substitutions coming in for Louisville as well. We will get to that when we have the opportunity. Right now it is Lauren Lewis starting it on the far side for Ball State. Finds it to Bianco. Quickly stolen away, though, by Louisville. And this is one of those examples, Isaiah, where Ball State gets one, maybe two hits, and is back in the hands of Louisville.
Well, Duchards, what a spin move, but then Ball State takes it right back away and has their first break.
As Cleo Van Russell entered in the ball game, first time we've seen her name called. As she's going to start it off on the far side. Russell finds it to Lauren Lewis. Back on defense. Bridell near side now in front of us in the press box. Going to find it in the hands of Bond. Bond tries to get it to Renjifo. Renjifo wanted to get her stick on it, but it was just passed too far ahead of her and goes out. Louisville with the restart now. Eaton near side. Eaton finds it to Kroon. Kroon to Kazupi. Zupi. Back now to Louisville and Duchars. Duchars try to get a hand on it, but you hear the whistle for the restart. It's Ball State going to cause that free hit over there as there was the third-party obstruction that gets this thing restarted. And again, that's the interesting part of field hockey. Every time, unless you hit it with the stick, it will be a third-party obstruction that causes the restarts.
I am happy with what Ball State's doing right now. They've gotten some possession, able to at least have a little bit of time with the ball, alleviate some of that pressure, like I said earlier, and hopefully make an attacking opportunity.
First shot. Finds it to Kunkel on the far side. Kunkel, she's going to try and make it into the shooting circle. First time we've seen Ball State there. As there was Jenna Wyckoff who tried to get her hand on it. And it gets tipped out by Louisville, and this is going to be the first penalty corner we've seen for Ball State now on the offense.
Yeah, great job by Ball State. Early on, it looked like Louisville had all the control in this match, and great job to turn the tide and have your first really big opportunity here. I'm impressed by Ball State's ability to win that penalty corner.
Clock stops with 7:31 to go here in the first. That's Emma Hilton to start it off for the Ball State Cardinals. We see the 8 players on offense looking to get their sticks in, as this is one of the best opportunities Ball State has to score here today. Ball is live. Cardinals trying to get a hand on it. Hilton gets the shot. No, blocked. That was Young there who's able to get the stop there for the Louisville Cardinals. And we'll get this quick restart there. But again, you saw the opportunity there by Hilton, but it just felt like she was just too outside of it to be on target.
Now, it wasn't an amazing opportunity, but at the same time, I'm impressed for the Cardinals to be able to get a shot off this early in the match. A lot of work to do if they want to come back and win this and then win this one, but at the same time, they're showing signs of life for sure.
Roen has it now for the Louisville defenders. She is that, of course, center back. Going to kick it out to Mozzie on the far side. Ball State's trying to get a steal, though. Ball State steals it across the 25-yard line. Ball State, Wyckoff finds Bond. Bond stolen away by Louisville. Bond was there about 27 yards out, and Louisville was able to get a steal. Louisville now across the halfway line. In towards the attacking circle for Louisville. We're still live there, but you're going to see the quick free hit there. As Louisville was in the attacking circle, Ball State got their hand on it. Louisville's back alive, though. You saw one shot, 2 blocked by Johnson. Woolerton tried to get her shot on. 19 now. That was Niebuhr who tried to get her stick on it, and we are going to get a penalty corner again, as once again Ball State with that third-party obstruction inside the attacking circle, but there's just been a whole lot of scoring opportunities so far for Louisville as they've really dominated this possession with 5:47 to go in the first.
Already the 4th penalty corner of the match, 3 of them by Louisville, that is, and that's how we saw that other goal. So Ball State had that great opportunity earlier, but they're going to have to do a little bit better on the defensive end.
Going to try and get this thing started off now. That is Sophia Parker looking to start this one for the Louisville Cardinals. Dribbles it in. There's the shot. That was Amy Plum. It goes outside.
Big save there by Hannah Johnston right off her left foot and hitting it to her right, our near side. And beautiful save there to keep the game at a 1 score.
5:25 left to go in this first period now. Ball State with the possession. Fighting there between the Cardinal of Rachel Bond and Amy Plum. Louisville on the offense now. And there's once again going to be that third-party obstruction. And once again, we may see a penalty corner.
Yeah, lots of clock stoppages here in this first period. You usually don't see too many in field hockey, but, man, the 5th penalty corner of this first period.
And our officials, of course, today, Jan Stanky with Lauren Bauer. 5:07 to go here in the first period. Louisville, the Cardinals, up 1-0. Louisville with their 4th penalty corner. Once again, Parker to serve. Parker. On to the Plum. Plum tries to get it out to Bianco. Bianco tried to get her shot up, but unable to go in.
Another penalty corner is going to be called. I think that one hit off the foot of a Ball State player, and good job to block it and not allow it to go into the net, but at the same time, they'll get to redo it.
So now 4:57 left to go in the first. Yet another penalty corner. Sophia Parker to start it again. And again, watch out for Bianco and Amy Plum. They're in the middle. As you saw the shot there attempted by Eversley, she's unable to connect. And again, Hannah Johnston there leading that Ball State defense to get some of these stoppages. And you can tell that graduate experience there for Hannah Johnston, as this has been a lot to deal with early on in this one.
What a relief for Ball State not to allow a goal in that sequence. It really seemed like Louisville putting so much pressure on them, and the pressure will continue as they get it back, but at least Ball State has a chance to breathe.
Louisville now back on the attack. Eaton finds it to Kroon. Kroon finds it to Mozzie now on the far side. And Mozzie throws that one out as Ball State going to look to restart this one now. That's Clocky. Clocky lifts it up. And that was Amy Plum who tips it out of bounds for Louisville. Ball State gets another restart. Now they're about 25 yards out. Far side. Multitude of Cardinals trying to get it inside the shooting circle. Cardinals were inside the shooting circle. That was Kunkel. She was unable to get a shot off and throws it away. Gives it back to Louisville now.
Out of bounds for Louisville as we're seeing a little bit of sprinkling going on here. So field hockey field is supposed to be wet anyway, so this will just add to the water.
Back on the attack now is Louisville. However, that is the freshman of Lauren Lewis there immediately on defense. Brydell takes it back for Ball State. It was given to the Cardinals and Mago, but Magos is going to lose it. Ends back in the hands now of Lauren Masters for the Cardinals. Masters inside. She tries to get a shot, and she will miss. And starting this now at the 25-yard line for Louisville, it was Amy Plum. Plum finds Masters on the far side. Masters going to get it out.
Stoppage of play there, but how about Lauren Lewis, the freshman from Hull, England? One of the better defensive plays we've seen this game for Ball State, and what a job by the freshman.
It was tipped out. Ball State had to restart it. 2:19 to go here in this first period. Clock winding down. The Louisville Cardinals up 1-0. As that was Lauren Lewis to lift it up. Lewis gets it immediately stolen away by the Louisville defense. And Mozzie on the far side in front of her Louisville teammates on the bench. Mozzie finds it to Kroon. Kroon with pressure from Ball State and Kunkel. And so far, you'd expect to see Van Hall being the one who's had a whole lot of offense, but Kunkel has had a lot of those opportunities. But she gave it away. It's back to Louisville now. Louisville near side. Louisville inside the shooting circle, trying to see who can get their sticks on it. Kazupi tried to get a stick on it.
Another penalty corner, so many in this first period. And right now, Ball State's kind of doing exactly what I said not to do in the pregame with Roen, which is making their defense kind of do all of the work. You're seeing the midfield they're getting some chances, but just unable to hold on to possession. And right now, Louisville is really dominating that possession in the midfield.
Chloe Plum looks to start it off for the Cardinals with this penalty corner now. As here we go. Chloe Plum hits it in. There was the shot there by Amy Plum. Amy Plum tries to get her shot off. It's blocked by Johnson. And a save there by Johnson gets this thing reset for Louisville now. It was tipped out of bounds by Ball State. They started it off at, of course, that 25-yard line. They're on the far side. That's Amy Plum. Under 60 seconds to go here in this first period. Louisville up 1-0. Louisville, Masters, shots off of the cage. Masters was inside the shooting circle. It rims out, and it is going to be taken back now by Ball State. That's Brydell who's going to try and get this thing started. 30 seconds left to go in the first. Brydell for the Cardinals. She gets to take it in. But she has three Louisville Cardinals with her on the corner. There was the obstruction there by Louisville, so clock still winding, 13 seconds to go in the first. Brydell just going to try and dribble out the time. Brydell has it with 5 seconds to go. Clock winding down, and Brydell holds it. And at the end of the first period, Louisville will lead this one 1-0. As the battle of the Cardinals so far in Louisville's advantage. We'll take this quick timeout as you've been listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
And welcome back to the Briner Sports Complex here in Muncie, Indiana, as we see some sprinkles here on the ground, but we're up here in the broadcast booth perfectly fine. Maxwell Gillie, Isaiah Rosner, and Isaiah, Louisville leads this one 1-0 after the first period. What'd you see?
Well, I hate to say it, but I think Ball State is lucky to only be down 1-0 right now. So many opportunities for Louisville, so many penalty corners. I'll get a number on that for you if I can in a second. But, 9 shots in that first period for Louisville, 6 of them on goal. So I think Ball State happy to only be down 1-0. That said, they need to do a much better job of controlling that midfield, something I mentioned a bit earlier. And they've got to keep some possession. They can't always be pushing it forward. They've got to pass it around a little bit, give them some time to rest, and not force Johnson to make so many saves.
Emma Hilton, the lone Cardinal, able to get a shot off. Louisville gets to start this one off. That's Woolerton to start it off. And here we go, second period from Muncie, Indiana. Battle of the Cardinals. Immediately hit to the far side now with the Cardinals. That was Plum on the far side. Plum finds Masters. Gets kicked out of bounds, so Louisville gets this quick restart now. Cross field. Louisville hands it off to Ian. Ian finds Kroon. Kroon to Mozzie. Mozzie going to get it across the attacking 25-yard line. That's Masters. Masters finds it to Sophia Parker. Parker makes her way inside the attacking circle. And Ball State immediately there back on defense. And credit to Emma Van Hall, who's able to turn it around for the Cardinals. It's back now with Ball State. They hit it too far ahead of them. Louisville gets the steal. That's Kroon. Kroon finds it to Eaton. Back to Kroon. Now to Bianco on the far side.
Yeah, chance for Ball State here is that one's a miss hit out of bounds by Louisville. And I also got to mention, I'm not sure if they can hear it on the broadcast, but we are hearing some thunder here, so no delay yet. But we'll see. We'll keep you updated on that.
Ball State lifts it up, but immediately stolen away by Louisville. And this is one of those things where you're going to look back at this, and anytime Ball State has restarted, they get one, maybe two dribbles before it immediately gets stolen away. As that's what happened there. That's Kazupi, who gets the steal for Louisville. And there's a third-party obstruction that's going to get a quick stoppage as we're going to see the free hit there by Kroon.
Yeah, hit off the foot of a Ball State player. So once again, Louisville possession. Hopefully Ball State doesn't let them get all the way into their shooting circle this time.
They're going to get close to that. Bianco heaves it up to Lauren Masters. And right now you see Riley Woolerton has it for the Cardinals near side. Poked away by Lauren Lewis of Ball State. Ball State with the steal now on the near side. That's Kunkel. Kunkel Try to get it to Van Hall. Van Hall loses it. It's back to Louisville now. And that was Kazupi who had it for Louisville. Bianco gets the quick free hit. Throws it out of bounds towards Caitlin Walsh. And, of course, the big thing to mention about Caitlin Walsh, her third season at the helm of Ball State. We're back in the action. Ball State turned it over off of the restart. Far side for Pusey. And she's going to try and take it into the attacking circle. Bianco finds it to Woolerton. Woolerton's going to lose it. Van Hall steals it for Ball State. No shot as Van Hall tries to get it to Kunkel, and once again Van Hall just passes it further ahead than her intended target. So Ball State was on the near side, but this one of those examples where too much power sends it out of bounds and gives the ball right back to Louisville. That's been the story of this ball game so far. Louisville up 1-0 with 11:19 to go in the second period. Ball State with Paloma Gomez Rengifo on the attack. Tries to find it to Bond. Bond to Kunkel. Kunkel takes it out. And it's going to be Emily Eaton to restart it for Louisville now. Seems like every time Ball State has tried to get past the 25-yard attack line, they immediately turn it over. Ball State still looks to stay alive, though, with Bond. Bond tried to get the pass to Van Hall. It went out of bounds.
I do like the effort there. I like the ambitiousness to try to get that into the shooting circle. And it wasn't a terrible pass, just a little bit long. And so if I'm a Ball State fan, I will take that one. Just need to see more of that and less of turning the ball over immediately, as you mentioned.
We're back in the action now. That's Masters. Masters tries to get it to Woolerton on the near side. Woolerton scooped away by Lauren Lewis. And the freshman immediately having some impact on defense. Prevents a shot there. She steals it again, but quickly loses it. And then there's that third-party obstruction, and we're going to have another penalty corner. It was Lauren Lewis whose stick ends up causing yet another penalty corner. Clock stops, 10:04 to go in the second. Louisville up 1-0.
Well, Ball State, good job by them going this far without getting a penalty corner in this period. We didn't see such a long stretch in that first, but yet again, a chance for Louisville here. And the Cardinals from Louisville hoping to really pull away in the second period.
Looking to get this thing started off are the Louisville Cardinals. There's the shot. That was Bianco. Saved by Johnson. Johnson with another save. This time, Lauren Masters tried to get her shot up. And back-to-back saves for Johnson keeps Ball State alive once more.
What a job by Hannah Johnston. That second one reaching her glove high into the air as it was at the very top of that goal. Really a beautiful shot into the top bins. Just could have been more into the corner. That might have given the goal, but Johnston keeping the Ball State alive, only down by one.
Luciana Carpenter on the far side. Tried to keep the restart alive. Ball State going to cause a free hit there. So Louisville now with Philippa Niebuhr. Gets the free hit for Louisville. See about 9 Cardinals on offense now. As Kazupi tried to get her shot up.
Yeah, it's so tough. So many times the ball's going to hit the player's foot, and at least it gives Ball State a chance to rest, though. Hopefully they can get some possession soon.
Kroon, far side now. Trying to get a shot are the Louisville Cardinals. First time we've seen that shot was attempted there by Revy, but again, a penalty corner very quickly. And, I mean, this is one of those you just blink and you don't even realize there's going to be a Ball State player causing another penalty corner.
Well, the rain really coming down here. It's still a lighter rain, but a lot of lighter rain. And so, of course, the field hockey field is supposed to be wet, but I wonder how that will impact the players with it being this wet, whether that'll make them slip more, whether it makes it easier or harder to hit that ball, or to control that ball, rather.
Just to be a little more wind, which will make this one interesting. Louisville off the penalty corner. Gets the start at Amy Plum. She gets to try a shot. And it's in over the head of Hannah Johnston. And goal, Louisville Cardinals. That's Amy Plum, who's able to get the chipped shot up and in. And that's going to be goal number 2 for the Louisville Cardinals. And goal number 2 on the season for Amy Plum. Course out of the 5th year out of England. Plays with her sister Chloe.
Well, Plum was due. I mean, 16 shots, 8 on goal, both to lead the team on the season, yet she had only scored once this year, so had 4 of those shots in their game against Stanford. And actually, yeah, her only score was that penalty stroke, so that's her first goal from open play, and she deserves it.
Get a nice chip shot there by Plum. We get the restart now for Ball State. So they were quickly on offense, but turned it over. And free hit goes towards Louisville on the far side. And once again, you see now seems like 4 Louisville Cardinals on defense. That's Kroon. Kroon finds Mozzie. Stolen away by DeTizio for Ball State, but once again tipped out. This is one of those things we keep seeing from the Cardinals. They get a steal and then immediately either cause a free hit penalty corner or just get it stolen away. Near side now for the Louisville Cardinals inside the attacking circle. That was Everslage, but blocked by Brydell. And this Ball State defensive line, even though Louisville has been able to get some shots up, the Ball State defensive line has been playing very well. Even though the scoreboard shows it still 2-0, advantage Louisville. 7:10 to go here in the second period. Niebuhr tries to get it off to Revy. Gets tipped out by Louisville, and Brydell gets to start this one off for the Cardinals. And immediately turns it over, does Brydell. It's back now to Niebuhr. Niebuhr tries to find the Louisville Cardinals. Stolen away by the Cardinals. They cross the midline now. Cardinals across the 25-yard line. That's Loops. Loops trying to make her way in the attacking circle. Needs to find a teammate. Cardinals were inside, and they were unable to get a shot. Gets tipped out.
Yeah, no shot, as you said, but great job by Ball State as they get that one to go out of bounds. We'll get the long corner, and we'll get to restart.
Loops tried to get it off to her teammate in Lewis, but there was an obstruction, gets the free hit. Ball State trying to get an opportunity, but once again, they'll turn it over. Ball State on that far side. This Louisville back line making it nearly impossible for the Cardinals to get any trips even inside of the attacking circle. That's now Wyckoff. Wyckoff finds Kroon. Kroon stealing it now for Louisville. Far side. That is Harfkins on the far side. Back to Kroon and Eaton. Eaton, big pass to the midline now. Louisville in Ball State territory. Louisville tried to get an opportunity. They're going to lose it. Ball State with the steal. Ball State on the far side. That's Lauren Lewis all the way from defense. Lauren Lewis finds Loop on the far side. Loop has it for Ball State. Gets double teamed. Needs to find an option. That option ends up being a Louisville Cardinal turnover back to Louisville with under 5 minutes to go here in the second. That looked to be something that could have had an opportunity for Ball State to score, but once again, quick turnover. Bianco has it now for the Cardinals. Bianco in the middle of the field. Trying to find a teammate in the back. Finds it back to Kroon. Crossing fields is Kroon. Bianco gets it stolen away by DeTizio. on the far side. DeTizio tries to find it to Ferrati, but it gets immediately kicked out of bounds. So the big thing to note there, you saw DeTizio try to get the pass to Ferrati. And for the first time here today, we have this quick stoppage as there was a card shown. So we will have to wait and see which Cardinal has to walk off.
I couldn't see from here if that was green or yellow. I would assume green.
So the report immediately right now, we believe it's green card for Harfkins. With under 4 minutes to go. Louisville back on the attack. That was Lauren Masters who tried to go cross-field. Masters unable to get her stick on it. Tipped out. Back to Ball State on that defensive line with DeTizio. Tizio finds Loops. Loops able to keep it in now. Back to DeTizio far side. Now across the half line. DeTizio tries to find an option. And Russell. Russell one-on-one with a defender. Russell loses it. Louisville able to get it back.
Yeah, Louisville going to get the free hit there. You mentioned that, of course, Ball State not able to capitalize on that last one, but that's the sort of thing, again, that you really need in this kind of a match. When you're playing a team that's ranked and is going to be the heavy favorite, already up 2-0, you need to have some possession and some opportunities, at least put some pressure on Louisville, and I was happy to see the Cardinals doing it right there.
Under 3 minutes to go now in this second period. The Louisville Cardinals up 2-0. And the Louisville Cardinals across the halfway line. They throw it out. Couple Ball State substitutions as the Cardinals we're going to look to try and get this thing restarted. Off of the heel of a Cardinal. Back in the hands of Louisville. Masters. Poked away by Russell. However, they call that obstruction and a free hit for Louisville. Russell was at the halfway line on the far side. She tried to get a quick hit. Officials stop the action. It's back to Louisville. That's Kazupi. Kazupi was double teamed. Another free hit. Finds Bianco. Now far side. That's Luciana Carpenter. Carpenter finds Kroon. Still on the Louisville attack. Louisville hits it to Eaton. Eaton going to start at the midway line. Passes it back to Kroon. Kroon to her left on the near side. Finds Kazupi. Back to Kroon. Now Bianco has it, but double teamed is Bianco. Has to find it to her right. Across the midway line, it's stolen away. That's Ferrati. Ferrati finds it to DeTizio. DeTizio off the 25-yard line. DeTizio could have had the opportunity to get in the shooting circle. Kept it and throws it out. So not even able to get a shot before it gets turned over back to Louisville. DeTizio still wants to have an opportunity. DeTizio finds it to Russell. Russell gets it to McGill. Stolen away by Bianco. McGill gets her stick on it again. McGill gonna find it off to Hilton. 45 seconds to go in the first. Hilton, she's gonna lose it. It's back to Louisville. Louisville.
Ooh, big mistake
Quick
by Louisville
lift.
to hit that out of play, and so Ball State now has a chance with 30 seconds to go in the half.
Brydell gonna start it off about 30 yards out. Brydell now within 20 yards. Brydell looking to find a teammate. In Kunkel. Kunkel with some pressure from Louisville. Clock down to 13 seconds. Louisville just wants to hold it in their corner. Louisville gets double teamed on that far right corner. Clock down to 5 seconds. And as the clock winds down, no shots as we're halfway through this one. The Louisville Cardinals lead 2-0 after the first two periods. We'll take this quick timeout when we come back. It's the Ball State Sports Link halftime report here on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Welcome back, folks. You are listening to the SportsLink Digital Halftime Show. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by Isaiah Rosner. The Louisville Cardinals leading Ball State at halftime 2-0. But another storyline, we've got rain in the area. I know in the pregame show I said it was a very beautiful day. I kind of want to walk back on that take. I'm not going to call it heavy rain, but still quite a bit of rain coming down in the Muncie area.
I would consider it a lot of light rain. I mean, each droplet looks light, but at the same time, there's plenty of it. They don't need to get the sprinklers out this halftime for the field. The field is plenty wet today, and you're absolutely right. What looked like a beautiful day earlier, albeit overcast, has turned into quite a rainy one. And I was checking out the forecast during the halftime break, and it appears the rain will stop right around the same time this game ends.
You know, I was checking the forecast last night, like I usually do before we do an outdoor event, and it said the rain wasn't going to come until 9 p.m., but apparently that was wrong. But for these players, they usually do play on a wet surface. Do you think this changes anything for them?
I'm very curious about that. I'm not going to pretend to have enough field hockey knowledge to really know that, but I would imagine it's going to be wetter than it would be with the normal watered fields. Of course, they water them during each break when it's not raining, at least. But that is a great question, and I imagine it would make it a little bit slipperier, I should say. But I haven't played field hockey, and that's one we'll have to research in the future. How does rain generally affect field hockey?
Now let's get a little recap to how Louisville got their 2-0 lead. Very early on, Izzy Bianco, back-to-back games now with a goal. She got her second goal of the season, and that kicked things off. But it was insane in that first period. Louisville, 6 penalty corners in the first period, and right now they had 2 more in the second period. So add that up, they had 8 corners on the day so far in the first half. Ball State only 1, and then in the second period, Amy Plum with a goal, and it was an incredible play by Plum, bouncing it into the back of the cage, just out of reach of Hannah Johnston for Ball State. But Johnston, gotta give credit where credit is due. 7 saves despite the 2 goals against her. Isaiah, what's your biggest takeaway from this first half of action for Ball State and Louisville?
Well, Johnston, before I get to that, I do have to say Johnston's had a great game. You mentioned her 7 saves. Her season high is 13. That was at IU, so she's on pace to break that. She'll at least likely be close by the end of this one if Ball State doesn't clean it up. But the biggest takeaway overall is that the midfield is absolutely winning for Louisville. If you listen to that first half, you heard me mention it a few times. I was really hoping for Ball State's sake that they could get the midfield to get some possession. And I feel like they did do a little bit better late in that second period. I feel like the first period it was even more rough, but overall, Louisville just dominating the midfield and getting so many attacking opportunities. Ball State's defense and goalkeeping has looked really solid as they've are lucky to only allow those 2 goals given the amount of attempts, the number of attempts that Louisville has had.
Yeah, and the majority of those came from the 2 players that scored, and Amy Plum and Izzy Bianco. They each have 4 attempts themselves. But right now, Louisville, 8 penalty corners. That's a very high amount, especially for one half of field hockey. How can Ball State limit that in the second half?
I feel like they started to in that second period even. I mean, what was it, 6 of them or 7 of them in that first period? So they started to limit it in the second period. But to continue to do that, they just need to play, on defense they do need to play a little bit cleaner. But I think, again, the main thing is just getting more possession and putting some pressure, really, on Louisville. I mean, you see so much of them just getting it all the way into their circle, into Ball State's circle, that is, for Louisville. And that's just something that really needs to be cleaned up. The midfield's got to do better. And then also the forwards for Ball State. That's not their job as much, but when the ball gets to the forwards, you really want to see them do something with it instead of turning it over immediately.
Yeah, and one last thing, Isaiah. For Louisville, how do they keep the momentum rolling? And on the flip side, for Ball State, how can they get momentum more in their favor?
For Ball State, I mean, it's hard to say against a ranked team like this, but man, 1 goal would really bring the energy up and change everything. So just get some really quick pass into the scoring circle, and anything is possible. They've tried it a few times, but just get one, and you've got to finish. Though it's tough against a number 12 team in the country, but if they can just get 1 goal, that will bring the energy right back and put a lot of pressure on the away Cardinals.
Well, Isaiah, I don't know about you, but I hope you brought an umbrella.
Oh, I certainly didn't. They were fittingly playing umbrella before this, but I'm just hoping the rain stops by the time we're done with this broadcast.
Yeah, luckily I parked right outside. I'll get a little wet, but, it is what it is. We'll be right back for the second half. Max Gillie will take it the rest of the way. You are listening to Ball State Sports Link Digital Radio.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
And we are back here on a rainy Sunday afternoon at the Briner Sport Complex, Muncie, Indiana, for the Battle of the Cardinals, Ball State and Louisville. And we're halfway through this one. The Louisville Cardinals lead 2-0. My name is Maxwell Gillie, joined by Isaiah Rosner. And that was Roen Elbert who handled both pregame and halftime duties, doing a great job as well. But the big story right now, other than the fact that Louisville is leading, is the fact that it is raining. But truly, I mean, you look at all of the Cardinals, and they're just dancing in the rain. They're having a great time.
Yeah, I would certainly be wearing a hat if it were me, but hey, I'm not a field hockey player. They seem to be enjoying it, so we'll see if the heavier rain affects the second half at all.
It'll definitely cool them down, which I know athletes always appreciate. Paloma Gomez Renjifo set to start this off for the Cardinals, going now from right to left on your digital radio dials. Thank you to everyone, of course, tuning in, whether you're on X, whether you are on YouTube, or even ballstatesports.com. We appreciate you spending your Sunday with us, and we look to get this thing started off. Paloma Gomez Renjifo starting at the halfway line. And we're live for the second half of action. Emma Van Hall finds it to Brydell. Brydell to Lauren Lewis. And immediately Ball State able to kick that one out. That was Clocky who kicked it out and giving it back to Louisville at about the halfway line. So Ball State, about 30 seconds in, held the ball for most of it, but quickly turned it over. And that was really the story of the first half, Isaiah.
It certainly was, and I feel like they started to get some momentum later in the half, had some better opportunities, held on to some possession, but we haven't seen it so far in this third quarter.
Brydell loses it, finds it to Chloe Plum. Chloe Plum, can she get a shot? No, Brydell able to stop the Louisville Cardinal of Chloe Plum trying to get her shot.
Solid job by Johnston there. She got the exact right angle to make that shot impossible. I think Plum didn't really know what to do with it, so she just shot it right at Johnston, but beautiful job by the goalkeeper once again.
Chloe, the younger of the Plum sisters, maybe showing that lack of experience as she is only a sophomore. Back in the action now, Hilton able to get across the halfway line. Finds it in the hands of Bond. Bond on the far side. Finds it to Kunkel. Kunkel loses it. It's back to Louisville now. Louisville triple teamed with Bianco. She's able to get past 3 Cardinals, but there's the quick whistle for a restart.
Yeah, Bianco not happy with that one, looking upset at the official on that one, but I think that was the right call. Definitely hit off of her foot a little bit.
Van Hall crosses it to Renhefo. Renhefo inside, and that's going to be a penalty corner. So it's going to be Ball State on the attack now. Only their second chance at a penalty corner.
Yeah, great to see early in this second half. We hadn't seen a whole bunch of offense. I talked about them getting some momentum late in the first half, but hey, another one early in this third period, and a big chance for Ball State to make this a ball game once again.
So we will see Hilton to set this one off for the Cardinals. Van Hall on the left wing. Will she be the number 1 option? We will have to wait and see. Renhefo at about midway. Finds it to Van Hall. Van Hall gets triple team. Tries to get a shot off of the right corner. And it is saved by Louisville by the post.
Oh, man, a really frustrating one there. Those are unfortunately the kind that you really, really have to capitalize on if you're Ball State. Their best opportunity by far this ball game, and as you said, off of that post, and I think the keeper may have gotten a toe on it as well, but what an opportunity, and unfortunately for Ball State, a missed one right there.
So it'll be back in the hands of Louisville and Kroon. Kroon finds it to Deaton. Deaton gonna find it to Plum now. Amy Plum. Stolen away by Van Hall for Ball State. She's at the 25-yard line. Van Hall in the attacking circle. One too many steps, and she will lose it. And this is similar to soccer where you get 1 or 2 extra dribbles and you lose it. And that is what happened, and that is why Louisville still has it. 12 minutes to go in this third period. The Louisville Cardinals up 2-0. Ball State stealing it. Van Hall. Van Hall finds Kunkel inside the attacking circle. Kunkel can't get a shot. Renhefo's there. And there's going to be an obstruction. And our official, it's not going to be, it will be a penalty corner.
Yeah, I didn't see it at first either, Max, but apparently that was a penalty corner. And so, again, another one for Ball State. Some real momentum for them here in half number 2. So I think the halftime speech worked, and I'm excited to see if Ball State can really apply the pressure or continue applying the pressure that is to the Louisville Cardinals.
So Emma Hilton to start this one off again. Van Hall in the middle by Renhefo. Those are the 2 options we expect to see. Hilton waiting for the official. There's the whistle. Hilton gonna hit it in. Renhefo to Van Hall. Van Hall scores! Goal! BSU! Emma Van Hall in the back of the cage. How about that? You saw Hilton able to get it to Rengifo, and the shot is up and in for Emma Van Hall, her 4th goal of the year.
Well, would you believe that, Max, scoring on the number 12 team in the country? And I'm still disappointed they missed that earlier one, but maybe I was proven wrong. I was saying how they absolutely had to get that one. Well, they are right back in this game 2-1, and we've got a good one on our hands. Let's see if Ball State can continue the momentum as the rain has virtually come to a stop here at Briner Sports Complex.
11:34 to go in this 3rd period. Louisville leads 2-1 off of the goal by Emma Van Hall. And the Cardinals of Louisville tried to get a hand on it. Stolen away. That's Emma Van Hall. Gonna kick it off to Kunkel. Kunkel gets it stolen away. Back to Louisville. And it was a 1-on-1 matchup. The official gives it to Louisville, who will throw it out. And we get this quick restart now for Everslaves to start it off for the Louisville Cardinals. It's back to the Ball State Cardinals now, though. Definitely a change in pace from this first half now to this second one. As you've seen Ball State having a lot more possession. Louisville, though, towards the attacking circle. Brydell able to get the stop. So Brydell going to get this free hit off to Kazupi. Kazupi for the Louisville Cardinals. Finds Eaton. Eaton with pressure from Wyckoff. Wyckoff able to get the steal. It's back to the Cardinals, though, as the immediate turnover has the Louisville Cardinals handing it back to their defense. Eaton going to try it on the far side again. Tries to get it to Luciana Carpenter, but once again, the Cardinals there with the stop, and that is the freshman in Lewis there who's able to use her body to get that stop. Lewis finds Wyckoff. Wyckoff looking for an option. Going to get it back to Brydell on the Ball State defensive line. Cross field now. This is Rochat. Rochat finds it to Detizio. Stolen away. That's Sophia Parker, though. Back to the Louisville Cardinals now. Parker gets it to Bianco. Bianco lifts it up now on that far side. That's Pusey. She tried to get inside the circle. And we get this quick stoppage. Again, it was outside the circle, so the restart near that far left corner. Pusey gets double teamed. She loses it, and Ball State able to get a nice hit. That is Wyckoff now on the far side. Wyckoff tried to get it off to Russell. Russell, one-on-one matchup for Ball State. Back to Wyckoff now.
Oh, great win on that one-on-one matchup.
Van Hall finds Rengifo. Rengifo on a 1-on-1. Advantage towards Louisville with Woolerton, who steals it away from Rengifo. And like you mentioned, that was looking to be a great opportunity. Ball State not giving up, though. That was Lomo Gomez Rengifo, who tried to use her body. Ends up giving the free hit to Louisville. So 8:13 to go in this third period. 2-1 advantage to the Louisville Cardinals. Again, this battle of the Cardinals, if Ball State could get this win, it would be their first win in nearly 20 years. September 24th, 2004, the last time the Ball State Cardinals.
And as Louisville hits that one long, the stats in this third period so much different from the rest of the match. Obviously, the goal for Ball State, but 2 shots to 1. Ball State actually the only one making a save, even though they've had 2 shots, 2 penalty corners to them, compared to 0 from Louisville.
Maddie Summit and Julia Verratti make their ways into this game. Verratti already making an impact, trying to get it to her teammate Indetizio at the 25-yard line. It's back to Louisville, though, with Eaton. Eaton finds it to Wordleman. Wordleman turns it over to Van Hall for Ball State now. Finds Detizio, does Van Hall. Near side, Detizio dribbling past 2 Cardinals. Now it's Emma Van Hall. Van Hall trying to get it to Russell. Russell just outside the attacking circle. And Kroon for Louisville, able to get the stop and giving it back to her Louisville teammates. And that's one of those examples where Ball State looked like they may have had a chance to do something, but that Louisville back line showing their strength. DeTizio has it once again for the Cardinals. Finds it to Maddie Summit. Summit stolen away. Eaton has it now for Louisville and will throw it out. And we'll get this quick free hit there for Louisville. But Ball State's had a lot more chances. Haven't been able to really get any shots, but you've seen them a lot more in the attacking half of the field.
Oh, for sure. And apparently it's just whichever team is attacking right to left, which is inconvenient for us because in the press box it's more difficult to see the left side. But, man, all the attacks by either team coming in that left side. So as soon as we flip for halftime, Ball State has actually been the better team.
We're back on Ball State with defense now. Lauren Lewis finds it to Brydell. Brydell trying to kick it off to her teammate in Maddie Summit. Summit finds Magoo. Magoo finds Verratti on that right corner. Verratti gets it taken away by Louisville.
And both teams really looking for a foul called one way or the other, but none called.
Emma Hilton for Ball State, seeing if she can use her experience to try and get some shots. Lauren Lewis from defense, all the way now on the 25-yard attacking line. Has to sprint back on defense, does Lewis, as Ball State turns it over with Sophia Parker of the Louisville Cardinals getting her hand on it. Duchars has it. Heaving it to the Louisville attacking 25. Johnson with her foot. It's not going to get a save. There's a goal. She was too far out there. Goal Louisville, and it was just a shot that really, you'll look back and be confused when you watch the film. We're waiting to see who it was. Maybe it was Bianco. We have to wait and see. And no, looked like it was Niebuhr who was able to score.
They're calling that one Riley Woolerton on the goal there. So unfortunate for Ball State, who really had the momentum, and now Woolerton able to put Louisville back in control.
So Louisville up 3-1, 4:36 to go in this third period. You saw just that freak play with Johnson just stepping out too far and Woolerton taking advantage. We're back in the action, though, as this was Sophia Parker. Sophia Parker loses it. It's to Verratti for Ball State now. Verratti finds Kunkel on the 25-yard line. Kunkel's going to lose it. It's back to Woolerton, the goal scorer. Woolerton trying to heave it. It's intercepted by Lauren Lewis, but 3 Louisville Cardinals chasing her. She avoids it from the cage and gets it to DeTizio, who will kick it out.
The freshman Lewis has been one of the players I'm most impressed with on Ball State. Really good job of controlling that with a lot of pressure on her.
This is Amy Plum. Amy Plum inside the attacking circle. They want a penalty corner, and Louisville's going to get a penalty corner. 3:37 to go in this third period. The Louisville Cardinals up 3-1 over the Ball State Cardinals.
Now Louisville now with a chance to kind of close this one off. It's far from over right now with Ball State down by just 2 goals, but a fourth one, that is, would really put Ball State in a tough position against this ranked opponent.
Chloe Plum to start this one off for the Louisville Cardinals. She is on that near left hash mark. Chloe Plum looking to get this thing started. Penalty corner. Whistle blows. Ball is live. Fight for the ball. Bianco trying to get it to Amy Plum, and it was stopped by Ball State. Amy Plum tried to get a shot.
Well, nice dive by Johnston. Ended up not being necessary as it was called a penalty or a foul, it is, in terms of Ball State getting possession, but Johnson with quite the effort to make sure that one stayed out.
DeTizio gets double teamed off of the pass from Roshot. DeTizio gets the whistle, and it will be a free hit for Ball State now. So we see Roshot at about the 23-meter line. Roshot lifts it up, intercepted by Amy Plum. But Emma Van Hall with the steal. Emma Van Hall through the middle. To Paloma Gomez-Renjifo to her left. You see the impact of Kroon on Renjifo. Renjifo with the size advantage. Renjifo finds it off to Clocky. Clocky to now to Tizio. We're on the near side. 2:23 to go in this third period. DeTizio to her left. That's Clocky who will take it out of bounds. And it's back to Louisville there, and once again, quick turnover. DeTizio has it for Ball State. Gets intercepted, though, by one of our 3 goal scorers in Amy Plum. And we will get a free hit, quick stop in the action. But Ball State, as we mentioned in this third period, they have been very active. Paloma Gomez-Renjifo, she is in the attacking circle. Did she score? Yes, she did. Paloma Gomez-Renjifo with the goal for Ball State. She was in the attacking circle with a good pass there. And that was another blink and you miss it type goal.
Wow, really unexpected one there, in my opinion at least. Maybe I should have more faith in our home Cardinals, but what a goal. The ball just kind of squirting around, not exactly how they intended it, but Renjifo seizing the opportunity and hitting it into that bottom left corner. It was tipped, I think, by the keeper for Louisville, but had just enough momentum to carry it across, and we've got ourselves a 1-goal ball game. What a match. This has been 3-2.
The assist there by Emma Van Hall. 1:43 left in this third period. Quick stoppage in the action. As both teams now huddling up to discuss what has just transpired. But again, Paloma Gomez-Renjifo with a quick pass by Emma Van Hall, sneaking past that that Louisville defense to hit the back of the cage. And for the goalie and Emily Young, this is now the 8th goal she has given up this year. The sophomore out of Houston, Texas.
Well, for a Ball State team that has only scored 5 goals in their first 5 games and haven't played a ranked opponent yet, who would have seen 2 goals coming against the ranked Louisville Cardinals? Even if Ball State doesn't pull this one off, which they very well could, but even if they don't, this is going to be a fantastic performance for the Cardinals, one that could uplift them especially on the offensive end of the floor.
Of course, Ball State going to continue to see some action coming up. 3 of the next 5 matchups, Mid-American Conference matchups. They were 0-1, of course, with their loss to Kent State. Meanwhile, Louisville in the ACC having 4 of their next 5 matchups against ACC opponents, but more importantly, all 5 of their next opponents, all nationally ranked for Louisville. So Louisville does not want to have some negative momentum heading back home this Friday against the 16th ranked Boston College team. But I mean, you got a team like on the road at Ohio State, ranked 6th, at number 3 Virginia, and then, you know, on October 11th, a big one there, number 2 North Carolina traveling to Louisville. So for the Louisville Cardinals, they have some important matchups coming up, so they really cannot afford to be giving up these goals to Ball State.
Well, presumably, I didn't see the umpires necessarily where they went, but presumably they're watching the replay right now to make sure there wouldn't be a reason to overturn this goal. That could be the only reason I can imagine we're having this long, lengthy stoppage. And so 3-2 as it stands right now in favor of the away Cardinals, but Ball State obviously hoping this goal will stand so they can have just a 1-goal deficit here, and now we're going to get the decision.
So we will wait to see the decision, and when we do, the big conversation that we're going to need to have is what really changed for Ball State. So
it's going to stand.
How about it? So the goal will stand. So the Louisville Cardinals lead 3-2 with 1:43 to go in this third period. But I can tell you what, these next near 17 minutes will be
they took it away, Max.
Oh.
They called it a penalty corner instead. I thought they were saying it stood, but no. They'll say apparently the penalty occurred before the goal was shot, and so unfortunate for the Cardinals that they have to wipe that one off the board.
So it will be indeed a penalty corner. Paloma Gomez-Rengifo, that goal taken away. So we will get to see this one again with Emma Hilton to restart this one, but this may have lit a fire into the Ball State Cardinals. Hilton, before we can even get it off, already a whistle. And our officials having a conversation.
Clock's still ticking down, so, well, now it stops at 1:27.
I think they wanted to fix the time. There's been a change. Now we have Clocky to start this one off. Van Hall trying to get a shot. It's blocked by Young. And that's a good save for Young. And this is one of those where you're going to be really frustrated if you're a Ball State Cardinal fan. They had their goal with Paloma Gomez-Rengifo. It was taken away. They had the penalty corner, and they were unable to convert off of the save from Young. And we are back in the action now with just under a minute to go here in this third period. Cardinals now trail 3-1. Gomez-Rengifo finds it to her teammate in Clocky. Far side. Finds it to DeTizio. DeTizio trying to get it to Kunkel. Cardinals wanted a penalty corner. Ref says no dice. Rose shot. Heaves it to Kunkel. Kunkel's going to lose it. She gets tripped. No call. Eaton has it for Louisville. 22 seconds to go in the third. Eaton to Clune. 17 seconds. Clune holding it on to their corner. And you saw a Cardinal maybe throw a hip and cause one of the Louisville Cardinals to fall. And with the clock winding down now, this is how we'll end the third. The Ball State Cardinals trail the Louisville Cardinals 3-1 after the third period. We'll take this quick timeout here on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
You're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday. You always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Welcome back to the Briner Sports Complex here in Muncie, Indiana. The rain seems to have stopped for now, at least, but when you look at this matchup right now, the number 12 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, have a 3-1 advantage over Ball State. The big controversy now that fans will be talking about after the review, the goal was taken away, and honestly, what probably happened, because the officials deemed it was a penalty corner, was there was a third-party interference almost by a Louisville Cardinal that sent it to be a penalty corner instead of getting to keep Paloma Gomez-Rengifo's what would have been her second goal of the year. But Isaiah, if you are a Ball State Cardinal, you have to be fired up heading into the last 15 minutes.
You absolutely do. It really show you can score on this team. They had the one goal, could be considered a fluke, but now a second one as Ball State will start it off here in this fourth.
So we are going to get this thing started off with Magoo having it for Ball State. She tips it outside. Louisville able to get the steal as Eaton finds it to Kroon. Back on the Louisville defense. Kroon finds it to Herfkens, who had the green card earlier today. Herfkens dribbling it to her teammate in Schmidt. Schmidt finds Herfkens. Herfkens intercepted by Ball State. That's Roschott who's able to get the stop there for the Cardinals. Kunkel finds it to Russell across the midway line. But it's immediately back in the hands of that Louisville back line. So once again, Ball State crosses the halfway line. And Louisville's defense getting their hands on it. But there will be a free hit. Louisville giving it back to Ball State on the far side. That's Kunkel on the far side. Getting some opportunities there was Rachel Bond.
And now with another stoppage, I was just going to say, I mean, the stats in that third period so much better for Ball State than they were in the first two. 3 shots for each team.
Bond had it. She lost it. Gave it to Louisville. Louisville at the 23-meter line ends up throwing it out. So it will be a restart.
Oh, I thought she got that in play, but there was a whistle before the ball actually crossed the out-of-bounds line. So I think there might have been another foul called somewhere on the field.
Officials deem it is given to Bianco and her Louisville Cardinal teammates. Bianco heaves it off to Herfkens. Herfkens had it and lost it, but once again, another free hit given to Louisville. So Herfkens gets to start this one off. Passes it off to Van Hall, who was slow to get up. And you saw there was the attempt for a shot inside the attacking circle there by Bianco. She's unable to get a hand on it. It's stolen away back by Lauren Lewis and the Ball State defense. Lewis finds DeTizio. DeTizio getting double teamed. Looks to find her teammate in Emma Hilton. Hilton loses it. Able to get her hand back on it, though. Finds it off to Magoo. Magoo finds it to Hilton. Hilton's going to lose it. Louisville now in Ball State territory. Louisville about 30 yards away. Hilton able to get a stick on it. And there's some contact. And we're going to see Emma Van Hall get to start this free hit off. Saw Louisville use their body to try and get the ball. Officials saw it. They say, you can't do that. It's back to Ball State.
Well, Louisville with the fantastic first half and only scoring 1 goal, I think is lucky for Ball State. And then the third quarter was more Ball State, and then each team able to score. And now here in this fourth, Louisville starting to take control. We've also seen some good things from the Cardinals.
So you see Wyckoff there in front of the Louisville bench. She tried to get it for Ball State. A Louisville Cardinal tips it out, so Ball State will restart in front of that Louisville coaching staff on the far side. Still 11 minutes to go in this one. Cardinals trail 3-1. The Ball State Cardinals, that is, as the Louisville Cardinals have it now. That's Kazupi. Kazupi trying to get it to Chloe Plum. Chloe Plum, 1 too many touches. Van Hall has it for Ball State now. And you're going to see the officials get some stoppage. With 10:35 to go, the clock has stopped. We restart now. Lewis, with 10:35 to go in this one. Cardinals need 2 goals if you're a Ball State fan. That's Kazupi. Kazupi finds it to Herfkens. Herfkens Now back on defense. Finds it to Kazupi. Kazupi getting double teamed for Louisville. DeTizio reaching with the stick. Getting the quick free hit for the Louisville Cardinals. Louisville past the 23-meter line. Lauren Lewis, she tried to use her hand to pick it up.
Yeah, lost her stick and was expecting that there would be a foul called there. None was called, and then she realized, oh, I can't touch that. So Ball State got a good opportunity there. And oh, they're going to call us a penalty corner?
Looks like they are. It was a penalty corner indeed. Off of just Ball State getting that obstruction inside of the attacking circle. Going to lead to yet another Louisville penalty corner. And we shall see what the Louisville Cardinals are able to bring. That's Sophia Parker on that left hash to start this one off. So the question now remains, which Cardinals going to try and get this opportunity? Big ones to watch out for, we will have to see, as it looks like Sophia Parker ready to go with 9:53 left in this fourth period. Parker finds it to the Cardinals, and that's Bianco in the back of the net. She lifts it up from about the penalty spot and scores. And that is going to be a goal, Izzy Bianco. We get this restart in the action now as the Louisville Cardinals lead 4-1 with 9:36 to go. The assist by Mia Duchars gives the Louisville Cardinals now a 3-goal advantage, and that was Bianco's second goal of this game. And Isaiah, Bianco has had the most shots. She's had the most goals. She's played very well for the Louisville Cardinals.
Oh, she certainly has. What a game by her, and and Plum as well with 5 shots. So 2 players really have sharing the load of the shots.
Emma Hilton has it on the near side. She tries to get a call by the officials, and they will give it to her for the free hit. Now, Rose shot to DeTizio on the near side, 23-meter line. Goes to her right, dribbling, needs to find an option. Tried to get Hilton. And the officials are going to give a free hit. So no penalty corner, free hit instead. Van Hall has it. Van Hall to Russell. Russell on the outside gave it to her teammate in Bond. Bond had some contact by a Louisville Cardinal. And that's going to be a penalty corner for the Ball State Cardinals. With 8:24 to go in this fourth period, the Ball State Cardinals trail 4-1. But as you will see Emma Hilton try to get this one in, the options that a lot of players from Louisville will be watching are Emma Van Hall and Paloma Gomez Rengifo.
Yet another one for Ball State. That's going to be their 5th penalty corner of the game compared to 10 for Louisville. But, I mean, considering how it started off, that's a really good number for the home Cardinals.
We will wait to see Emma Hilton start this one off, wearing number 1 here today. Can they get a second goal? Emma Van Hall to Hilton. Hilton, shot blocked by Young. Cardinals still alive. That's Russell who tried to get a shot up, and it won't go in. It's blocked, and 2 shots taken. None go in.
Great effort, though, by Ball State. There were some really good shots there. Great save by the keeper, or rather more like it was just hit towards her. But I love the effort on that one. Ball State has had a lot more opportunities than you would maybe expect against a ranked opponent, but has only been able to capitalize, unfortunately, for Ball State on 1.
Ball State tried to have it at a 23-meter line with Wyckoff. She loses it. It's back to the Louisville Cardinals. Here's Amy Plum, one of our goal scorers on the day. Plum finds her teammate in Niebuhr. Niebuhr loses it. DeTizio tries to steal it. It's kicked out by a Louisville Cardinal. That means Rochatte's going to have it for Ball State right in front of us here at the press box on the near side. Rochatte loses it. It is Bianco. Bianco tried to get it to her teammate in Reeve. Neve had it now. Gets it to Amy Plum. Amy Plum back to Neve. Can they get a shot? No. It's blocked by Johnson's foot. So Louisville has tried to get some shots, but you really haven't seen any power from those shots. Louisville Cardinals up 4-1 with 6:55 to go in this ball game. Restart now for Sophia Parker and the Louisville Cardinals. Finds Clune. Clune has Herfkins to her right. Herfkins on the near side. Herfkins finds it to Niebuhr. Niebuhr going to hand it off to Pusey now on the far side. Pusey with pressure from Lauren Lewis and the Ball State Cardinals. Emma Hilton tried to get a stick on it, and it is kicked out by Hilton, so Louisville will get a restart now. Louisville inside the attacking circle, intercepted by Rochot. And Emma Van Hall will have it now for Ball State.
Well, if you want to look at how much better Ball State has been in this second half, despite the goals being equal for Louisville, just look at the saves Hannah Johnston has been forced to make. She had to make 7 in that first half, which is a very high number, and she made just 2 in the third quarter and hasn't been forced to make 1 yet here in the fourth period, although, of course, she did allow the 1 goal.
Rochot going to hand it off to Lewis. Lewis crossing the field now to Bridell. Bridell in front of that Louisville coaching staff trying to get a hand on it. Louisville dribbling it. They were in the attacking circle for a little bit, but the freshman Lewis able to get a stop. She forces it to Ball State's right corner. Tizio has it now for the Cardinals after Louisville loses it. Emma Van Hall, double teamed, has to find an option. That's Clocky. Clocky, one dribble too far. She loses it, and Louisville with the stoppage there at the 23-meter line with about 5:09 to go in this fourth quarter. There is a big lift there by the Louisville back line. Everslage with some pressure from the freshman Lauren Lewis of Ball State. Lewis getting double teamed by Louisville Cardinals. She gets past both of them. Lewis needs to find an option. It's intercepted by Bianco for Louisville. Back to the Louisville Cardinals now. They are inside the attacking circle.
Oh, that should be a penalty corner. No, I thought that hit her foot. Maybe not.
Thought it was off the foot of Woolerton.
Oh, it was, but of course it's Ball State. Okay, it was off the foot of a Louisville player, so of course that is Ball State ball, but wrong side of the field to be a penalty corner.
So Woolerton lost it. It was given back to Ball State, and now you are seeing Magoo in that left back position for the Ball State Cardinals. So we see Emma Hilton to her left. That's Maya Gwynn. First time we've been able to say her name here today. Gwynn looks to her left. That's Clocky. Clocky needs to find an option. Gwynn to Hilton. Hilton finds it in the back of the net. That looked like it's a Ball State goal. Nadine Loops able to score off of the assist from Emma Hilton.
What a goal. What an absolute fantastic shot there. Inch perfect into the back right lower corner of the net. I almost can't believe my eyes. That might be the best goal we've seen today. And Ball State still down by 2 goals. But out of the 6, that's got to be the most precise. Just around the keeper where she had no chance of getting it. What a smack on that one.
This goal will stand. So with 3:46 to go, the Ball State Cardinals trail 4-2. 3:42 to go in this one. Louisville Cardinals on their heels now with Kroon looking to find Eaton. Eaton heaves it to the Louisville Cardinals in Wordleman. Wordleman, she loses it as that is Magoo who tried to keep it alive for Ball State. Magoo gives it back to Louisville inside the attacking circle. Big shot over there by Chloe Plum, and it goes wide right. Up in the air, far wide right.
Yeah, way too high there for Plum. I mean, she's had a really solid game, but on that one, just yeah, a little too high of a shot on that one.
Rochot on the other side has a 1-on-1. Under 3 minutes left in this ball game. The Ball State Cardinals trail 4-2 to the number 12 team in the nation, the Louisville Cardinals. Louisville at the 23-meter line, near side. Finds it to Duchars, who has an assist already here today. Duchars, she's in the outside, trying to get it in the attacking circle. The option was Everslage. Everslage ended up throwing it towards the left side corner.
Decent opportunity there, just a little bit too long, and see if Ball State can take advantage right here.
Now with 2:22 left in this ball game. That was Lauren Lewis, who had a huge lift that ends up throwing it out of bounds in front of the Louisville bench. We're back in the action, though. Louisville intercepting, but you saw Gwynn with her shoulder able to keep it alive, and the officials looking like we're going to have a card there, maybe to DeTizio for lowering the shoulder and trying to go. Clock stops with 1:59 to go. And we end up seeing...
And assuming this doesn't go to overtime, green versus yellow doesn't matter a whole bunch for this game. Only 2 minutes left, so she will be sitting down for the rest of the game if a card was shown, although I'm not sure if that was the case.
1:55 left in this ball game. The Ball State Cardinals need to get 2 quick goals to send this one to overtime. Louisville still has a lot of whistles. And 1:40 to go, and it will be back to Louisville as it was tapped out by Ball State Cardinals. So, just about 90 seconds remain in this one. Seen a lot of free hits given to Louisville Cardinals these last few moments. Now, 1:20 left. The Louisville Cardinals with Luciana Carpenter have it. She throws it out of bounds. Cardinals with now 1:10. Gwynn tries to find it to DeTizio. DeTizio will kick it out. We have 60 seconds left in this one. There's the big lift by the Louisville Cardinals. That's Chloe Plum able to keep it down. Chloe Plum with 55 seconds to go. She gets it stolen away by the Ball State Cardinals. That was Gwynn with Rochot there, able to block any attempts at a shot. 44 seconds to go. DeTizio trying to get it to Russell. Russell will throw it out. 38 seconds left. Ball State trails 4-2 against the Louisville Cardinals. And now, 30 seconds to go. DeTizio with the obstruction gives yet another free hit to Louisville Cardinals, letting the clock wind down. Louisville, 20 seconds remain. 2 Cardinals trying to fight 1. Louisville Cardinal, 10 seconds remain. Kroon trying to hold it in that left corner. And as the clock winds down, it's gonna be a 4-2 victory for the Louisville Cardinals as the Louisville Cardinals increase their record to 5-3. Meanwhile, Ball State falls to 1-5. And Isaiah, your final score for Louisville 4, Ball State 2. What did you see in this one?
Well, Ball State has a lot to be proud of. Considering you're playing the number 12 team in the country, this is actually a really, really strong result. And, I mean, obviously you'd love to get the win, but I don't know if that was necessarily realistic or necessarily the goal tonight. Because, I mean, considering how they started the season, to go against a ranked team and play and score 2 goals when you had only scored 5 all season in your first 5 games, I mean, they didn't score against Indiana, Kent State, or Stanford, none of which are ranked opponents. And so that's an absolutely incredible job to get those 2 goals. They had a third that was nearly counted, but just ruled out at the last second. And so overall, obviously, you'd like the midfield to do a little bit better, but they did improve in that second half. And I'm impressed with what I saw by this Ball State team. It shows that while they may be 1-5, I think they're better than their record right now. And I think they could definitely have a chance at make a run for the MAC tournament later on this season.
So for Ball State, they, of course, like I mentioned, fall to 1-5. Their next matchup against Miami of Ohio at home here at 3 p.m. Meanwhile, for the number 12 team, the Louisville Cardinals, they host number 16 ranked Boston College in their second ACC matchup of the year. Well, for our pregame host, Roen Elbert, and for Isaiah Rosner, my name was Maxwell Gillie. Now, make sure you stay tuned for SL Digital Radio. We will be back on Friday with a doubleheader against Bowling Green. Match 1 on Friday at 6, match 2 Saturday at 4. Until then, we'll see you from Muncie, Indiana. Once again, this was SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda Muncie. We'll see you again next Friday.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.